Cold case breakthroughs. How modern technology is solving decades-old crimes. In the process of investigating homicides that have not been solved for years or even decades, modern technology has brought about a radical change in the investigation and resolution of cold cases. This change has been brought about by the fact that it has offered new hope in the process of researching these crimes. The investigation and resolution of cold cases have been completely turned upside down as a result of this new breakthrough. Recent years have seen some of the most significant developments that humanity has ever seen in the field of genetic genealogy and DNA profiling. These advancements have been witnessed by a number of people. As a result of the development of more powerful DNA sequencing technologies, DNA evidence, which is typically discovered at crime scenes in the form of blood, hair, or skin cells, can now be investigated with an astonishing degree of precision. This is because DNA evidence can be found in each of these forms. DNA evidence can now be sequenced with an ever-increasing degree of precision, which is the reason for this conclusion. The ability to extract and compare extremely minute amounts of DNA with more precision than ever before is now available to scientists working in the field of forensic science. It is because of the progression of technology that this is now feasible. Additionally, genetic genealogy has arisen as a technique that has the potential to completely change the way cold cases are investigated and brought to a conclusion. This is a profoundly important new development. Investigators have the capacity to submit DNA samples to public genealogical databases in order to locate distant relatives of the person who left the DNA behind. This is done with the intention of locating the individual who left the DNA behind. In order to accomplish this objective, the strategy that is utilized is the merging of traditional genealogical research with DNA analysis. One example of a high-profile case that has been solved with the assistance of this method is the identification of the Golden State Killer, which was accomplished by a combination of DNA evidence and genealogy research. This method contributed to the successful resolution of the case. In order to solve the case, this strategy was utilized. Additionally, there have been significant advancements made in the field of forensic analysis with regard to discoveries. Some of the methods that have become more difficult to use as a result of recent advancements include enhanced fingerprint analysis, ballistics, and digital forensics, to name just a few examples. Recent advancements in the field of fingerprint analysis, for instance, have made it possible to recover more complex ridge patterns from older or more damaged prints. This process has been made possible by recent innovations. Over the course of the past few years, this new development has come about. Ballistics has benefited from technological advancements that have made it feasible to compare bullets and shell casings with greater precision. These advancements have taken place in recent years. This has made it possible to establish a relationship between the bullets and certain firearms or crime scenes with a higher degree of precision. It is now possible to extract digital data from electronic equipment that has either been encrypted or destroyed. This is a result of the developments that have been made in the field of digital forensics, which have made it possible to reconstruct digital data. In a wide range of situations, these bits of evidence have the potential to provide insights that are quite important. As a result of the development of cold case databases and the increase of information interchange, there have been crimes that have not yet been solved. Both of these factors have contributed to the solving of these crimes. Now that information has been gathered from a considerable number of cold cases that have been kept in national and international databases, it is much simpler to identify connections and trends that may have been missed in the past. This is because of the fact that the information has been gathered. This is because the information has been saved in these databases, which is the reason for this. Two examples of systems that play a key role in the process of reconnecting missing individuals with unidentified remains and solving cold cases through the use of DNA matches are the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System, NamUs, and the National DNA Index System, NDIS. Both of these systems are examples of systems that are used to find missing individuals. In the realm of cold case investigations, artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning are starting to play a role. And this role is evolving into one that is becoming increasingly important as the investigation progresses. It is conceivable for artificial intelligence systems to analyze huge volumes of data collected from crime scenes, witness testimonies, and other sources in order to uncover patterns or abnormalities that human investigators might miss. This is a capability that is currently being explored. With the assistance of machine learning algorithms, investigators are able to more effectively concentrate their efforts while conducting their investigations. These algorithms have the ability to recognize credible suspects based on behavioral patterns or previous data, which allows them to facilitate more efficient investigational processes. Through the utilization of crowdsourcing and the participation of the general public, there has been an additional development that has taken place in the manner in which cold cases are investigated. The use of social media and other online platforms is becoming increasingly common among law enforcement organizations as a means of gathering information and tips from members of the general public. It is anticipated that this pattern will continue. Through the utilization of these platforms, members of the general public are able to engage in conversations and exchange information concerning cases that have not yet been resolved. In certain instances, this can lead to the appearance of fresh leads or witnesses who were not previously known to the authorities. The re-examination of vintage evidence through the application of contemporary methodology is an extra essential component that is necessary for the resolution of cold cases investigation. The application of contemporary methods is necessary for this. It is now possible to evaluate evidence that was previously thought to be inconclusive. This is made possible by the breakthroughs that have been made in technology through the years. There is a possibility that this will result in the discovery of new insights or the linkage of evidence to new suspects or victims. On the other hand, it might lead to the discovery of something else. There are always obstacles that need to be overcome, regardless of how many achievements there have been. Deterioration of evidence over time can make analysis more challenging, and the sheer volume of data can be challenging to manage without becoming overwhelmed. Both of these factors can potentially make analysis more difficult. Decision-making can be made more challenging by the presence of both of these factors. In order to guarantee that information is handled in a manner that is both ethical and responsible, it is essential to address the concerns of privacy that are associated with the use of genetic databases and artificial intelligence in an appropriate manner. To summarize, the investigation and resolution of cold cases are currently undergoing a revolution as a direct result of the modern technology that is already available. These technological breakthroughs are providing new tools and approaches that are helping to bring closure to crimes that have existed for a considerable amount of time but have not been solved. These crimes have been on the books for a long time but have not been solved. A number of these advancements include the implementation of artificial intelligence, as well as the implementation of advanced DNA analysis. In addition to this, there has been an increase in open communication with the general public, as well as a re-examination of previous data. There is a possibility that the continued breakthroughs in technology will bring about even more significant advancements in the pursuit of justice. Due to the fact that technology improvements are continually being made, this idea is a possibility. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.